What's up, guys? Chris Brown, Chain Stasis Wellness from Train Boston, coming at you with another wellness moment and nutrition tip for the week. Today's tip's based off of a mindset, and I found it works really well with all the chain links of wellness. Focus on adding beneficial things rather than taking away bad things. I usually talk about fitness and nutrition, but using this in a social setting has really helped me be a better father, husband, coworker, and friend. So it really fits everything. Instead of focusing on how to break someone or something down or getting the upper hand over other people, I've tried to focus on how I can help myself be better or how to help other people be better in order to make myself better. That may seem like a strange way of thinking, but stay with me here. Not only does the journey of helping others make you think more positively in your life, but it usually makes others really want to help you out as well because it feels good. They may start to share with you, bolster your confidence, bring new strategies to the table that you didn't even know were possible. One way we can think about this, to wrap it around all the chain links of wellness, is thinking about a fish tank filled with water. Now, this fish tank, it might be contaminated with something. And if we keep taking water out, we scoop it out over and over again, trying to get that contaminant out. Before we get all of it out, we're probably going to get rid of most of the water. And before we know it, we've probably killed the fish, killed the plants, whatever is in the tank, or at least we made them really unhealthy in the process. And we probably still didn't get all the contaminant out. It's still there. But if we take that same tank and keep adding good water and essentially becoming a filtration system, eventually the contaminant will get flushed out or at least diluted heavily, and nothing suffered. They were thriving in that tank, maybe with the contaminant, with a little bit of discomfort, but if we take all the water out, they're really uncomfortable. If we can keep adding good stuff in, eventually they didn't even notice anything bad happened. They only noticed things started to get better. I know it's not a perfect analogy, but if you think about this on a nutritional scale, it may be easier to understand. If someone is eating unhealthy and almost everything they have is unhealthy, and I tell them to take all this away, take what you have for lunch away and you love, take what you have for dinner away and you love, take your desserts away which you love, or I tell them to go through your house and throw away all this stuff. Maybe your kids have snacks and treats. I tell you to get rid of that. That causes fights. I tell you to get rid of the thing you have only on Saturdays and that makes you stressed. You just don't feel good. You're not feeling happy about that. But I didn't tell them to replace it with anything good. They're probably just going to be compelled to go out of their house, go find and buy the first thing that tempts them. They're stressed out, extra stressed out, because I took away a lot of things that made them happy. And I didn't give them something better to do. I just told them, stop eating this, stop eating that. And I threw a bunch of negatives at them. Do you think that's really helping the person? Well, it might help them. But it starts to do that on a very negative basis and puts the mindset in a bad place. We don't want to be there for long-term results. They could even start to develop negative associations with certain food types. They could think, I can never have this food ever again if I want results. All of a sudden, they can't have dairy. They can't have ice cream. They can't have yogurt. They can't have anything they loved ever again. And maybe this works, but maybe they develop eating disorders like anorexia, bulimia, or even just body dysmorphia. All those things can be in bigger bodies and smaller bodies and muscular bodies and lean bodies. It doesn't matter. What goes on up in your head, that's real. But if instead of doing those things, I tell this person to go to the grocery store, buy hearty vegetables, tubers, squash, beans, grass-finished beef, wild game, fish, fruits, etc., they'll have healthy options in front of them right away, and hopefully they'll develop a love for these foods, but no negative emotions about anything. I didn't plant any negatives in front of them. I just gave them a task to do that created a positive thought. Buy these foods. They're delicious. They will help you. But don't take things away. Don't take things away that you love right now. We're going to get to that. They'll take these foods and they'll eat them until they're full and satisfied. They may even realize that issues they had, like congestion, fogginess, fatigue, headaches, dehydration, cramps, poor sleep, and generally just not feeling so well, they go away. right? And when they see those results, they'll be motivated to do more of it. Instead of someone cracking a whip at them and telling them, no, don't eat that. No, this is bad. It's going to make you feel bad. They're going to be motivated by the positive more than the negative in most cases. If you are full, you're going to have less of an urge to eat processed foods. Those foods, they never left you really feeling full, and you probably overate them. And at the end of the day, they just made you feel bad. They made you feel poorly. They only left you with a fleeting sense of dopamine, a little bit of a high, but ultimately when you were done, you maybe felt bad about eating it. Maybe you felt bad physically or emotionally. Maybe you were shameful about it. It still left you hungry too. You just wanted more of what made you feel bad. How is that a good feeling? We don't want to promote that. You don't want to do that to yourself. Both taking bad things away and adding good things in can work, but the latter tends to last better and longer than the former. In general, a good place to start with this is to buy foods that aren't processed. Think what I said earlier, vegetables, plants, tubers, wild game especially, but even just regular meat is okay if you can't afford the others, eggs, etc. And just put it on a grocery list and go buy it and start to eat it a little bit more. But going to your doctor and getting your blood work done can really help you pinpoint where you want to start if you're looking to get some specifics. I'll give you a hint. Many people are deficient in magnesium, zinc, vitamin D3, omega-3 fatty acids, and or protein. Those are pretty much universal for a lot of different people. All right. And if you go to your doctor and you find you're deficient in these things, you can probably go around and figure out what exactly you need to eat to fix those things. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know if you try this out and let me know how it goes. Until next time, thank you and be well.